Hi friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. Today's going to be a fun, kind of a pickups video, as well as some gifts and some games that I'm getting through friends and what have you. A few of you can tell based on the last couple of videos that I've made that I'm talking about, how I think that this gen that gaming is not going where it should be going. For my friends that are into online multiplayer gaming, I mean, you guys must be in a glorious, absolute heyday. It's probably the, Renaissance period for you guys. But for single player guys, especially like me that like to play offline, especially where my internet crashes constantly and I have internet connection problems constantly, even with the most expensive routers, the best service, it's just not where it needs to be. And even if it was, I just prefer offline games that I can own. I've mentioned it many times. I have close to 100 or so, PS4 games. Every single one of them I can play offline. Now, 10 years from now, who knows? I mean, I don't know what the future is going to hold, if I'll be able to keep them indefinitely within my hard drive or transfer hard drives and licenses from one system to the next over the years. I don't know, but I'll play it by ear and keep them as long as I can. But I'll tell you, I've been kind of taking my game collecting for granted. I've been kind of lackadaisical about it. Since 2012, I've really initiated working hard to kind of keep my eyes open. Now, I know friends of mine that go virtually every week, if not daily, and they're going down to the local mom and pop stores and GameStops, and they're just searching. And then every day as new games come in, they jump on them and gobble them up. And I'll tell you, if I had the time and the money, I probably would be doing a lot more of that myself. I'd really ramp up, because when I go, it's like once a month, sometimes once a week, on rare occasions, maybe 2 times in 1 week. If I go back to see something that I was curious about, go home, watch a couple game reviews, and then, oh God, I got to get that, and go back and get it. But I haven't really had a hard on to focus, that's it, I'm getting the last few games. But I'm telling you, I just realized, I'll show you based on this pickups video, I didn't really realize it till probably my last video where I was talking about 7th gen games, that the prices have literally doubled since last year. I'm paying $12.99 and up for every game now, where last year it was, $3.99, $5.99, $7.99. So there's a noticeable hike, and not only that, but a lot of the games are getting hard to find. Now, some people will think, oh, that's at Metal Jesus' fault. Every time he does a Hidden Gems video, prices go up. And I saw he just did one on PS2 Hidden Gems. Him and Reggie did one. Actually, a good video. And I wrote down a few of those. Of course, who knows how much they will go up. I know that one of them, it was like a samurai western thing. A friend of mine was looking for it, and like people are up, raising the price on bids. It's like insanely expensive now. It's just crazy. Now, I don't know if you can blame that on Metal Jesus or not. I like the guy personally. I think it's a combination of things. I think we're living in a day and age where a lot more people are realizing it this year than certainly they did last year, that if you're going to get on last gen or the last couple gens, you better get on it now, man, because prices are going up and availability is getting tough. I go to my game store now, I've only got, 20 or so, games left to get per system, and I'm having a hard time finding them. I mean, some of these I've been looking for 2 years now. I do not see them at all. They could be coming in, and because people are going there every day, they say, oh good, here's that game, and it's a desirable game, they're getting it. But, and I'll tell you what some of these games are going for as I show them. But anyway, this is going to be hopefully not too long. I'm going to try to get through as quickly as I can. I'm going to start off showing games that I haven't really shown too much on my videos. I haven't done an official pickups video in a while. I may be missing a few, but these are ones that are clearly on my mind. Right when I kind of went off from YouTube for about 3 weeks, I went out and I picked up the new gold edition of Far Cry 5. It's going to have 3 additional DLC expansion packs coming for Far Cry 5, like an Alien Mars type deal. There's going to be like a zombie thing, and then I think there's going to be a really cool Vietnam, retro kind of deal, which really looks good. As well as they're going to have a remastered Far Cry 3, which to me it's worth the price of the gold just to get Far Cry 3 remastered. I'm very excited. They'll probably eventually be able to get a physical copy of it. Who knows, maybe I'll even buy that, but I'm just happy to have this. I still have not played it. I may play it this weekend. My hand is definitely feeling better. I've actually been playing some Xbox 360 games, and I'm having a lot of fun. So I got this and the special hardbound strategy guide. Of course, by now, all the patches are there, and they've had weapons that they had there, and they removed them, they've added them back, and I don't know, there's a lot of ups and downs with what's going on, with some of these modern games, but at least when I go to play, it'll at least be patched and working good, which is one of the benefits of holding off. I'm going to start off with some games that I bought initially. Some of these you might have seen in other videos. I'm going to show them anyway. They're in no particular order, but I just got Alien versus Predator. Now I have a buddy of mine that's going to be finding me a fairly inexpensive Xbox 360 version of this, where this PS3 version was more prone to screen tearing versus the Xbox 360 version. I've been looking for 2 years. 2 years! Now, I used to see this game all the time in the bargain bin. God, it's like, $3.99, $5, $6, $7. I paid I think it was $12.99 I paid for this, I believe, or 13 something. I don't know, it was 12 or 13 bucks. I had people, oh, Dean, that's outrageous, but I'm telling you, this game is 15 bucks and up to find this anywhere. It's what you're finding is that the more fun games, the games that people, even though this was radically panned by your typical jaded and different Jim Sterling type reviewers, this game, going back, these games are actually a lot more fun than the new ones, and people are finding that out and going back. I think some people enjoy the PC versions over the console versions, certainly for the graphics and the adjustments and settings and all that, but I'm just happy to have this. I'm going to keep this, and then if I get the 360 version, I'll trade this in or sell it or whatever, but I'm just happy to have it. It's complete, the manual and the whole deal. But it's games like this, you can't find them. And all we need is Metal Jesus to do a video about one of these, and this could double in price. It's one of the the advantages and disadvantages of YouTube. It's a great thing for finding out about great games, and that's frankly how I found out about a lot of them. I watched Hidden Gems videos from Metal Jesus. Other people, I've watched like every Xbox 360 collection video there is. If I see something that looks intriguing, let me write that down. Write it down. I have a list of just research games. And I sit night after night and I'll just watch YouTube videos and, that looks good. That'd definitely be up my alley. And I write it down, put a little asterisk by it. Okay, I'm going to add that to my list. So anyway, I got this. Dark Sector. I couldn't find they had a 360 version, but it was missing the manual, so I bought the PS3 version. I don't know which one could be better or worse. I'm just happy to have it. I never had played this before, and actually it was really good reviews. Watch Market Classic Gamer review it. It looks good. Ferrari Challenge. I got this a while ago, a few weeks back. I've been looking for this for the longest time. Was happy to find this for the PlayStation 3. Wanted Weapons of Fate. Now here's another one. I actually had someone give me this game brand new when it first came out. He played it. Dean, you might like this. This is a short game. It's fun. Give me a brand new, perfect condition 360. I never played it. I mistakenly traded the thing in for something else. And then all of a sudden I watched a review and I go, Mark, CGR did a review of it. God, I should have kept that game. It looks good. I should have given it a chance. I can't, it's a year and a half. I cannot find this game. This game was everywhere 2 years ago. And it's going up in price as well. You're gonna find that these games, and believe me, give it time. Give it another year, 2, 3 years. Some of these games, I hate to think we're going to be paying 40, 30, 40 bucks and up or more for these. Telling you guys, I'm glad that I jumped on it in 2012. The problem is that the last 2 years, I've just kind of slowed down. I've been getting lazy. I go by the game store once or twice a month and look. I got a couple of bucks in my pocket. It hasn't been like a high priority. When the Xbox 360, went out of production, it was a priority, and I bought one that day, the minute I heard, for $200, 199 bucks for a 500 gigabyte. Now those are going up in price. And then my other backup one, which was brand new with only like 4 hours on it, I gave it a solid rev. So he'd have one. But I'm telling you, it's getting hard to get these games. I couldn't find Black Ops 2. I've been looking for months for this. I gave it to my nephew. I should have kept it. I even gave him the strategy guide. Well, my nephew mailed me the strategy guide back. But I said, no, keep the game, because he loves the game. He likes to play the zombies and stuff. So I went out and I found another copy. This fucking game was like 30 bucks, $29.99. And thank God I could find it. I could not find, I've looked at like 7 stores. I could not find this game. This game was everywhere just a couple years ago. I'm telling you, man. Gotta get on it now. Got Sled Storm for the PS2. I love these snowmobile games. It looks really cool. I had to get this. I jumped on it. It's like, now this was cheap. This was like $4.99, about $5, not too bad. These are all complete, by the way. All of these have the manuals in it. Ridge Racer 6. I've always wanted to play this. I watched Mark do a review of it. He wasn't real crazy about the Ridge Racer physics, but still, it's a fun game. Now, I've been playing this lately, and I posted some videos on Twitter and on Facebook. This is a great game. I'm really happy to have this. There's a Ridge Racer 7 I was going to get, but there's like this annoying, girl's voice in it that just drives me nuts. Mark, a Classic Gamer, reviewed it, and he pointed that out. So I'll probably just stick with this one. But if I come across Ridge Racer 7 and it's cheap enough, I might get it just to have it. Finally, now this is actually not one that I bought. This is actually supposed to go with another stack of games, but I'll mention it now because I've been playing this the last few nights. My good buddy Chance had this, and my good buddy Jeremy also had it. They both kind of at the same time. Oh, Dean, we know this is a holy grail for you. We had a thing on our Xbox group where we talk about original Xbox and Xbox 360 games, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm having a hard time finding these games. So we kind of all went on there and made a list of the games we're having trouble finding. That way, if any of us come across it, hey dude, I got this game for you, I can get you this, that, whatever. So Chance offered this to give me this to me. He was at the point where he was downsizing his collection, and he said, realistically, I collected this because it's, everyone collects it, and it seems like it's very collectible, but I'm never going to play this. Dean, I know you really want it. I feel bad that you've hit hard times lately. I'd be happy to give it to you. Chance, if you're watching this, I can't thank you enough. This is this is like a belated Christmas birthday gift rolled up into one. I actually love this game. And I'll tell you what, I've got both of these Tokyo Extreme. Now, I don't like the Tokyo Drift games. I've watched gameplay of them. It looks boring as hell. It's completely removed from this. But these are the old Sega Dreamcast series. It was called something else. And then for the PS2, they call it the Tokyo Extreme Racer. Zero is, I think, a remake of either the first or second one, or second, I believe, and then Tokyo Extreme Racer 3 is a follow-up. These are both complete. Now, I paid good money for these. These were not cheap. I think I paid maybe $20 each, a little bit more. But like I said, this was at a mom-and-pop store, even more expensive than my Dimples. They have a good selection of games, but you pay top dollar. I bought last summer, like, GTA Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories. Man, I paid like $25 for one and $15 for the other. Even those were expensive. Those used to be a dime. Really cheap in the bargain bins. It's showing you these games are going up. But I'm making good strides. I'm getting really good strides in the collection. But I love this anyway. I've been playing the hell out of this. Very underrated game. Highly collectible. Definitely worth getting. And sadly, we'll never see another one in the Tokyo Extreme Racer series. Why they call it an import tuner challenge for the 360, who knows? But this really is a Tokyo Extreme game. Very cool. Overg Fighters, more of a realistic flight sim like what you're usually accustomed to with a PC gaming. But I had to have it. I love PC military flight sims and tank sims and stuff like that. And this is as close for a console guy like me that I'm going to get to a good, really complex sim-based thing. The graphics are kind of old, kind of an early Xbox 360 type game, but it looks good. Really good modern planes. It's an immaculate condition. It's just nice getting these games where their discs are flawless, a nice thick manual with lots of pages. I mean, I love this. This is what game collecting is about. You don't get this digitally, and you certainly don't get it with always online. That's for damn sure. This is a massive holy grail. Now I paid, this was a lot of money. This was like $59.99. Factory sealed. I was lucky to get this. The day I went in to buy it, they just lowered the price to like $27.99. So I saved like 40% on it, thank God. Very expensive game. Again, when this first came out, I saw this everywhere. PS3 versions, Xbox 360. I've been looking for the 360 version of this for, years. This one Dimples had it, but the price was always high. Like I said, $60. I'm just like, I just can't do it. I'm going to hold out and hopefully get one for 20 or less. Finally, one day I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to buy it. It's a holy grail. If it's $60, so be it. Thank God they dropped the price at the end. I saved 40%. All original. Even comes with a little factory Ferrari sticker seal thing and everything. This is a great game. And I'm so happy to finally get the last couple good racing games for the 7th gen. I got Blazing Angels 1 and 2. Now you can technically play the Blazing Angels 2 on the original Xbox as well, but I always go for the multi-plats on the better, upgraded port, in this case the 360. What's sad is that I had both of these games at one time, played them, and traded them in. Stupid. I was lucky to find these, and I got them for, I think they were $12.99 each, or I'm sorry, one was $7 and one was like 13. So they're about 21 bucks for both. But thank God I got them. Now if I had waited, I probably could have got them cheaper waited, but I'll get into that in a minute. Bionic Commando. I've always wanted to try this. I love the game studio Grin that made this, and Terminator Salvation. And I think they made that Dark Sector game as well, I believe. I'm not sure, but this is a great underrated game. And again, it's sad at the time. It got really jaded, panned reviews, but we don't see shit as cool as this today. These games are fun. We don't get new, exciting, fun IPs like the old days. Now, I also have the digital version of the Bionic Commando Rearmed I got off Xbox Live Arcade. It's very good as well, but this looks good. I'm dying to try this. And this is kind of my goal, is that I know eventually I'm going to have time to retire, and if not now, someday I'm going to have the time to play, maybe not all of these games, but a good portion of them. And at least I'll have the ability within my library to play them or not play them. So here they are. I had Lost Planet 3. I traded it in. I had the PlayStation 3 version. I even bought the strategy guide for this one at launch. This is a good game. This I enjoyed. I haven't played it all the way through, but I did start to play it, really enjoyed it. And I had to get Lost Planet 1 and 2. So I wanted all of them, since it kind of was initially an exclusive on the Xbox 360. I had to get all three of these. So those are the ones that I bought recently. That's those. Like I said, my buddy Chance was downsizing his collection, and he had a bunch of games that I saw. He posted a picture. Yeah, I'm getting rid of all these games, and a lot of people, oh my God, don't do it. He was going for like a complete original Xbox collection with every sports games, whether he liked them or not. The Barbie one, all of them. I mean, every one imaginable. And now you kind of looked at it, you kind of looked at my advice and the advice of a few others. It's like, do I really need all these? I mean, he's got a couple little, kids and a new home he bought, and he's got so many other expenses. He's realistically, can I afford to continue pursuing a full collection of anything right now? And he kind of like my stance on it, which is just get the games that you really like, dude. So he posted a picture, look, I'm getting rid of all these games, and that morning I got up before I left the house. I'm like, let me just stop, just take 5 minutes and send him. I said, dude, I don't know if there's any chance, maybe you've already traded them in, but out of all of these, and there were actually a lot more, but these are the ones I really wanted bad. I said, if I could buy these ones off you, just let me know. If it's too late, I understand. So I made a list. He was very kind enough to not only, send me the games, but he gave them to me. I would have paid for them in the shipping. He's been very generous. I have some of my favorite holy grails and gems are thanks to the kindness of this wonderful friend Chance. Wonderful guy. I just wish that he lived closer. If he wasn't in Arkansas, I lived out here in California. I'm sure he wishes I lived where he lives in Arkansas. Probably he hates California, but if we lived closer, we'd be hanging out, having Chinese food with the wives, and ordering pizza and playing split screen. We'd have a great time. And Chance, maybe in another life, in the hereafter, but it is what it is. But maybe we can visit each other someday. But this guy's been so cool. He sent me these games. This is a real treat. He sent me, I've always wanted the Time Splitters game. He had 2 perfect copies of them. All of these have the manuals and are in great shape. Time Splitters, Future Perfect, and Time Splitters 2. I guess you can get the first one on the PlayStation 2, which I may have to get. I've added it to my list. These are great games. What's funny, I bought both of these for my daughter only for the PlayStation 2 at the time. And because I really enjoyed going in her room and watching her play these games, even if I never really fully immersed myself in them, I wanted to have these back because I had really fond memories of my playing these with my daughter Paula, or watching her enjoy these. She loves Scooby-Doo. I bought her all the DVDs and had her own little VHS cassettes, whatever it was. And I got her the Spyro games and the Ratchet and Clank and Crash Bandicoot and all of those. And And these were some of the ones so I wanted to have these in my collection. And some of these are good. These are going up in price. Some of these games they're going up in price, man. I don't know that I could buy all of these games now, especially with my current situation as it is right now. But he got me Hitman 1 and 2. Now, I already had Blood Money, so now I've got all of them. I'm also going to be looking for the Hitman trilogy, either for the PS3 or the Xbox 360, but it's so nice having these. Now I've got all of the original Hitman games. I had played both of these back in the day. Never should have got rid of them. So nice to have them back in my collection. I love stealth games. These are some of the best, really good ones. I've always wanted to play this was a Project Snowblind. Now I believe this was going to be the Deus Ex game, one of the sequel or whatever, and at the last minute they changed the name, but it pretty much has a lot of the same mechanics and what have you. It looks really good. I watched a lot of really good reviews of it. It looked good. This is one that I know that I'll definitely play. So I had to have it in my collection. Chance, thank you so much. Terminator 3. This is not the greatest game, especially the reviews of this are really bad. But I love the Terminator. I had to have this in my collection. The case is a little beat up, but that's the beauty of this. Is sometimes I'll go out and I'll get some cheap sports games for like $3 each, and I'll trade the games back in, put them in the bad case, and try and get a few bucks for them, and I'll get the case redone for this. But I'm just happy to have it. It is all complete and everything, so just thrilled to have. Now I've got all these Terminator games, which is what my goal was. Dino Crisis 3, I've always wanted to try this. Now again, I use my rubber cement thing. Some of these Chance is not real big on the stickers. He doesn't like them any more than I do, but he's not into taking them off from every game. So some of these had stickers, maybe a third of them. I took my rubber cement thinner, which by the way is the safest and best way to remove pesky stickers on these cases. If you use paint thinner or lacquer thinner, it'll remove the adhesive, but it hazes the plastic and ruins the clear plastic. The same with PS1 cases. Rubber cement thinner is the ultimate secret for sticker removal. You can do a search on my YouTube thing on sticker removal. It'll come right up. I made a whole video on it. But anyway, I removed all the stickers. Looks like a great game. I've always wanted. In fact, I want to get the other Dino Crisis games for the PS1 as well. Defender. This looks really good. It's kind of like a reboot of the franchise. Very different from the Defender I used to play back in the arcades, but it looks great. This is one I know that I'll enjoy. I've really enjoyed the video reviews of this. Bruce Lee, this has got pretty in fact I got a sticker I got to remove. See, this is a good example. These things, these old GameStop stickers, usually are on there for good. I'll get this off, you'll never know it was there. This Bruce Lee, Quest of the Dragon, this has got pretty crappy reviews, but I'm an enormous martial arts fan. I've got every Bruce Lee film in my collection. I had to have this. I don't care what the critics say. I already have the Far Cry Instincts for the original Xbox, but I was missing this Evolution. And I had this one too. Again, I got rid of so many games, and I'm spending these moments in my life trying to re-get all these games back. Thanks again, Chance. This looks so cool. It's so nice to have this back in the collection. Reign of Fire, I love the film with Christian Bale. The reviews of this were kind of so-so, but it looks good. It really looks like an interesting game, and I just wanted to have this in my collection. I know that there's a good chance I'll like it. And then the final game Chance got me was the Mech Assault 1. Now, I have Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf, but I've been wanting this one. Again, I don't get hung up on the platinum hits. I'm just happy to have it. It's all complete. It's got the manual and the little other papers and stuff that came with it. Really nice, thick, full-color manuals. It's a beautiful thing. Mech Assault, great series. So nice to have that back. So that's it. I'm going to take a quick break, get these other set of games, and I'll be right back to show you the rest of them. Okay, I'm back. By the way, today is May the 4th, so May the Force be with you. I got my Star Wars shirt on. This is actually, bought this at Disneyland years ago. I think even back in the late 90s, before Disney bought out, Star Wars. But they were starting to have, they converted the Space Mountain ride into kind of like a Star Wars. They had a Star Wars theme there or something. And so at the time, they had a couple Star Wars t-shirts. I've had this for years. And you'll see it in a couple of my videos. I love Star Wars, as you know. But anyway, getting back onto on Target here, my good buddy Steve came by. I was going through a really tough time recently. I watched my When Life Gives You Lemons video. you know, if you care again and all that stuff. It kind of talks about what happened, why I've been off YouTube for a while, but it's been a tough time financially. And what's sad is it's at a time that right now, it's a shame because right now I would have had the money to just buy every game that I want. Like a magic wand, boom, and then I'd have them all, the extra backup systems. I would have put a priority on it, but now it's going to take me a year or so to do it. But it is what it is. I'm just happy that I've had help. My good buddy Steve came by with his son. We had a wonderful visit. We went out to not one but two Dimples and shopped. I did pick up, one game when I was out. I couldn't really spend much. I said, I have no money to shop. But I found a good game while I was out there and picked it up. In fact, I think it was that Ferrari PS3 game, which was looking for it for a while. But it's just fun to be out with someone and watch and shop and look, hey, look at this one. God, can you believe the prices on this? And we came back. Well, Steve's got a huge collection, much bigger and better than mine. He has lots of like doubles and extra games. And as he was about to trade these in, he goes, I'll see if Dean wants any. He's Dean, I brought some games for you. We're interested, let me know. He brought these by. So you brought by this Earth Defense Force. Now I have the other one 29 or 17 or 59, whatever the guy has a date on it. That one I had for the Xbox 360. I didn't have this one. Insect Armageddon. I love watching Mark Bussler's reviews. His EDF, he keeps chanting his mantra over and over. This looks like a great game. I certainly love the other one. So again, Steve, thank you so much. I've been meaning to do is showing these gifts that Steve gave me, and I haven't. ATV Off-Road Fury 3. Now, I never played this back in the day, but I remember seeing it at the time. So, this looks good. This is the kind of a game that I know that I'll enjoy. I really love the MX versus ATV Unleashed and a lot of those. So this is perfect for me. Thanks, Steve. It means so much. Now, I had already bought this GameCube games. I have 4 GameCube games now. And eventually, that's another collection I got to buy. And those prices are up. They're like $20, $25 and up for everything. And that's if you can find them. I already had the game, but it was missing the manual. Steve found me a beautiful manual for this game. You have to have the manuals. So I have Rebel Strike and this one now with the manuals. Thanks to my good friend Steve that's looking out for his buddy Dean. He's the only gamer friend I have locally here in town. Actually, I've got another friend that plays a Call of Duty down the street, but I don't see him that much anymore. But this is a great game. Dying to play this on my new, backwards compatible Wii. He got me a few Xbox games. He got me Armed and Dangerous, which looks really good. I've never played it. It looks great. There's no kill like Overkill, and my kind of game, so I got that one. He got me this really cool Apex racing game. This is one where I think you could mod the cars with like this really adjustable thing where you can stretch out the nose and do like these really cool body customizations. It looks really neat. So, and he knows I love racing games, so it's perfect for me. He knows I love pinball. He got me this wonderful Gottlieb collection pinball. In fact, they've got another one. I think it's the Williams collection. I want to get that one too. I love pinball. In fact, the other night I went through and I re-downloaded all of my Pinball Effects 2 games, which I had paid years ago, tons of them on Xbox Live Arcade. I forgot to transfer the licenses. I went through and saw all of them. In fact, that's another thing I want to mention is that on the Xbox 360, it could be by the end of the year they're going to stop supporting Xbox Live Arcade. So if you want to get any DLC for Xbox 360 games, or any even digital type games like Call of Juarez Gunslinger or Call of Duty Classic, my God, for the love of God, in the next few months, get them. I already have a list of all the DLC I want to buy for like Birds of Steel. They got a lot of extra plane and mission packs. I already bought all the mission packs for what is it called? Battleship Pacific and Battleship Midway. I bought all of those packs. They got stuff for like Red Faction Armageddon, Red Faction Guerrilla. There's a couple DLC packs for those. So I have a list of just a few things I'm missing. There's also some Grid Motorsport and Grid 2 car packs I want to get and racetracks and stuff. So I'm going to be focusing on that as well. Just a little reminder, because it's sad, that's going to be gone. But once you have it in your hard drive and the licenses, it's yours to keep. And that's what this is all about. So I can't wait to play this. This looks great. I love pinball. He also got me this Elder Scrolls Morrowind Game of the Year edition, which is something I've never tried. But I've watched a lot of Skyrim, but I've never played this. This is the one I'd like to start with if I'm going to kind of get into that series, even though I'm not really a big fan of the medieval stuff. It's such a nice looking game. and really nice packaging. It's got kind of a nice, really thick manual. My God, what a gorgeous full color manual and a handsome shimmering box. You know, I had to have it. Thank you, Steve, so much for this. You got me a couple of Xbox 360 games. Halo 3 ODST. Some people like it, some don't. It's more of a strategy, I think, game. You play as like the regular military grunts in Halo. I'm also going to be looking for Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the original Xbox and the 360. I never should have. I had Halo 1 and 2, and then I got rid of it. I tried Halo 2, didn't really like it, get rid of it. I want to give them another shot. My good friend Adrian loves them, did a wonderful retrospective on the Halo series. And in fact, I'll have a link to his channel down below. He's one of my favorite vloggers, very much aligned with me, with his thoughts on modern gaming, as well as the future and what's coming with it. I'll have a link to his wonderful channel down below. I'd highly, if you want a really good, meaty vlogs by someone that's got some really sharp, witty commentary and very insightful with what's happening with gaming. He loves the Halo series, one of his favorites. Anyway, I'll have a link for his channel down below, but he sold me on Halo, so now I'm going to get the Halo games. And then Dead Rising. I've always, this is what was a system seller for the Xbox 360. I've never played it. For some reason, I just never got it. I got all these other zombie games with this one. I'm going to be looking for Dead Rising 2 as well. But this looks so good. I'm dying to play this. So anxious to play this one. This was the only one that's missing the manual. I don't even know if it had much of a manual back then, but I'll look for another one or get another manual if I can. And then he got me these really cool tall box PS1 games. He got me this Extreme Pinball, which looks really good. I love these tall boxes. I want to collect more of these. And he got me this. In fact, here's a Williams Greatest Hits. You got Defender, Joust, Defender 2. My eyes are so bad. Anyway, you got a lot of really good games on here. Fantastic games. I'm so thrilled to have these. I love to collect these tall box PS1 games. So anyway, that's my good buddy Steve brought those over, thank God. Wonderful treat. It's so nice to have these in my collection. You know, this is a real treat. Because we put that thing in the Xbox group, my good buddy Jeremy, who's very knowledgeable, he's got a massive collection. I'm going to have a link for his channel down below too, and my friend Chance. I'll have all three of these good friends in there. Jeremy, he said, Dean, he said, you're paying a lot of money for some of those games. I know you got financial, issues right now. Look, maybe it's California, but where I live in Ohio, I've got a connection with a lot of big chain game stores and stuff, and I've got a good buddy who's a manager there. I can get a lot of the games you're paying $12, $13 for. I can get for $3, $5 each, or a little more, depends on the game. Some of the games are $15, kind of similar to what they are here, but a lot of them are substantially cheaper. And he said, let me see your list. So I took a little cell phone picture of my little handwritten list and sent it to him. And he said, let me look and see if I got something. A lot of them he had doubles of in his collection, and then he found the other ones at his local store really cheap. He'd go to the store and I'd all of a sudden get a Facebook message, hey Dean, I'm at the store now. What do you think? Do you have this? Do you have this? Is this one of the ones you're looking for? And so we go chat back and forth. I've had so much fun conversing back and forth with Jeremy. I'll have a link for his channel down below, Asian Sleepy. He does wonderful unboxing videos, collection videos. He's got a massive collection. He's got like every Xbox 360 game, and then some imaginable. Tons of collections. He's been at it for years, and that was the secret, is that I wish I had been like him and planned early. He was way ahead of me. I started in 2012. He started years before that. He was smart doing it. He found me a lot of games. I'm going to try to get into these as quickly as I can here and get through these. One of the ones, in fact, Metal Jesus has raved about this. I have looked for 3 years for this game. They said in the computer system at my Dimples, hey Dean, we found one. I said, grab it, get it. So they get it. It was one I already had. It was a regular splashdown. Anyway, my buddy Jeremy got me finally all complete Splashdown Rides Gone Wild. I found the downhill domination for the PS2. That was another great Metal Jesus one. Even that's getting hard to get and getting very expensive. All complete, perfect condition. I'm so excited about having some collection. I love like Jet Moto and Jet Ski type games and stuff like that. This looks perfect. I love this kind of stuff. Thank you, Jeremy. So these games he got me like at his cost, and he gave me a real good deal in the shipping as well. He knows that I'm looking for some of the God of War games remasters on the PlayStation 3 that were the older PS2 games. I don't know if I'll get the new one, but I thought, well, let me try the old ones first. So he said, Dean, I've got, God of War Ascension. If you want it, I can give it to you, and I'll look for those other ones that were the remasters. So he's going to get me Origins and the other remasters that are, there's like a collection video of like 2 games or whatever remastered. So this is my first one of the God of War series. I'm anxious to try. I'm going to wait and start with the PS2 one, see how I like those. And at least I'll have these. If I don't like them, have a real aversion to them, I can always sell them or give them to somebody else. So thank you, Jeremy, for this. He gave me this as a gift, a bonus. I'll just show this up front. This Wii Curse Mountain. I remember watching a really good review of this, and when I forget what channel it was. This looks like, and this game is getting hard to get. I only have 2 other Wii games. So I'm just kind of a fledgling with my Nintendo collection. I got 4 games for the GameCube and 3 games for the Wii. There's a couple more games for the Wii I definitely want, and there's a lot more GameCube games. I'm very happy with this. This is a wonderful game. So excited about having this in the collection. Thank you, Jeremy. This is a real treat. Naval Assault. This is one that I bought at launch, stupidly traded the thing in, and this was like a dirt cheap bargain bin game. You cannot find this game. Someone put a Mac 10 in my head. Dean, find Naval Assault. I just said, I'm done. Do what you got to do. You cannot find this game. Jeremy goes, dude, I can get one in my store. I'll find it for you. And I was like shocked. I'm like looking for over 2 years. He goes in. He's at the, here's your game. Here's your Naval Assault. I got you this, got you that. So it goes to show you that, part of the reason why the gaming is expensive in California is the rents are very expensive. $4 a square foot and up for retail spaces. So these retailers, they got to charge enough money to pay for their expensive rent. Where back in Ohio or Pennsylvania, it may not be that expensive. I've been wanting this for the longest time. Mark Buster did a fun review of this Top Gun Hard Lock. This looks like my kind of game. Kind of like the Assault Horizon Ace Combat game. Kind of fun like that. It looks really good. So he got me this, all complete. Thanks so much, man. Great deal. The Secret Service, another game that's been panned, but there's a lot of people that equally like it and can find the fun in this. Looks like a fun shooter. I certainly love the concept of it. Thrilled to have this in my collection. I have Fear 1, 2, and 3, but I've always wanted this expansion pack. He found me the Fear Files, which has some of those really good expansion packs. So now I have the entire Fear series. Thank God. I already have the digital copy. In fact, I gave my friend Mikey my old copy of this along with Forza Horizon 2 and some other ones because I had digital copies. When I bought my brand new 320 gig slim model hard drive for my 360, the first one I bought, it came with this game as a digital download. So I downloaded the game. I already paid for the Lamborghini packs and Porsche packs. But he got me the limited edition just to have it. It's just nice to have it in the collection. So, because I have every single Xbox 360 Need for Speed game. It's the only one that was missing physically. And I'm also looking for the Forza Horizon 2, which I had the physical copy. I've got the digital download, but I would like to get that back in my collection. So if anyone sees it, let me know. That game is another one. You can't find it. That will be worth a lot of money someday because everyone just assumes it's an Xbox One game, but it actually was on the Xbox 360, and you don't have the damn driver tars. That's the beauty of it. And the graphics look almost as good. Jericho. This looks really good. I watched some really good, interesting reviews of it. Very unique FPS with the Clive Barker, twisted, nightmarish creatures and stuff. This looks intense. Can't wait to play this. Red Faction Armageddon, the last of the Red Faction games. Now I've got all of them in my collection. I got Red Faction 1, 2, Armageddon, and Guerrilla. So thanks to Jeremy, he found me this one. This is another one that I have seen this locally. I see this every once in a while, but he got me a much better deal than I could get on it. So I'm very happy to have it. Excuse me. Inversion. My buddy Simon did a video, was talking about this. In fact, I'll have a link to his channel too. It's a channel. It's called Games-O-Matic. In fact, he's like me. He's really got a hard on to get his Xbox 360 collection and PS3 collection wrapped up as the games are going up in price. He's over in the UK. He did a gameplay video or talked about this in a pickups video, and it looked really good. I started watching it. Oh, I remember Mark reviewing that. So I watched Mark's old review and others. Again, it was pan. Oh, it's a Gears of War ripoff clone and all this stuff, but it looks really good. And I'm telling you, with this new gen, we don't get any fascinating, innovative new IPs like this That's what the 7th gen is chock full of. I'm telling you guys, get these while you can, because pretty soon, another year or two, God only knows if you'll even be able to get them, and who knows what you're going to pay for them. A lot of the more obscure games like this, I can see going way up in price. So those are the Xbox 360 games, and then he got me all these original Xbox games. Many of these I could not find to save my life. I've been patient for 2 years, some of them 3 years I've been looking for, some of them about a year or so I've been looking for. Dukes of Hazzard. This game is like pushing $30 locally. I found one like $27.99. I couldn't spend $30 for it. I'll wait a little longer. It's like I know I can go and buy the one for $30 or whatever, $27.99, whatever it is. My buddy Jeremy found this all complete. Even has the original Xbox sticker on the air. How cool is that? I mean, perfect condition. This is like a holy grail. I cannot find this game. This game was everywhere 4 years ago. You can't find them now. All 3 of the Splinter Cell games. How cool is that? And I think he had doubles in his collection. Dean, look, you can have these. I said, dude, really? Or maybe I give him a couple bucks each or something. Really cheap. So happy to have these in my collection. So cool. All the Splinter Cell games. What's sad is that I had the Splinter Cell HD collection for the PlayStation 3 of all of these remastered, and I traded it in. Stupid. I can't find that. Good luck finding that HD Splinter Cell collection. One thing about the PlayStation 3 is they have lots of trilogies. Like I've got the Tomb Raider collection, I've got the Mass Effect collection. They're really good at like trilogies, and God of War collection with the 2 God of War 1 and 2 remastered. They're great for that. He knows that I told Jeremy I love the Lord of the Rings. I said, I don't know much about him. You tell him, Dean, I've got all of them. I'll just give you, I'll give them to you at a really good price. So he got me The Hobbit, which has got kind of mediocre reviews, but I don't care. I love it. I love the Lord of the Rings books and movies. Lord of the Rings, The Third Age, this looks really good. Return of the King looks good too. And especially The Two Towers. This looks really good. So I've got all of these, all complete in mint condition, all the Lord of the Rings games. I'm also looking for at least a couple of them. War in the North and another one called Conquest for the Xbox 360, which I'm going to try to find and see if I can get those too. He got me this brand new, I already have a special edition of True Crime LA and the one in New York City as well. This is factory sealed. It's called Streets of LA Uncovered. I think it comes with a DVD or something. It was like a GameStop exclusive, I believe. I don't know what it is. It looks really good. So thank you so much, Jeremy, for this. This is a really nice little bonus. He threw in a couple of things he thought I would like. Now, I already had this Mortal Kombat Decepticon, or I think it's called Deception, but he gave me this another version, a special collector's edition of it anyway. Very nice of them. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I love the Mortal Kombat games. There's Mortal Kombat Alliance and some other one I kind of would like to have in for the Xbox collection as well, but I love these games, the Mortal Kombat. They're some of the only beat-em-up kind of games I really like in the Mortal Kombat ones, because I played them back on the Super NES. Even though they didn't have blood, it was still fun to play them. I got to get the Genesis versions of those too. Shadow Ops, this looks really good. I watched some good reviews of this. He had this in a pile of games at Dean. Here's a bunch of games I got duplicates of. If any of these appeal, you let me know. So I went through the picture and I quickly watched some reviews on my cell phone. Oh yeah, this looks good. I'll take that Shadow Ops. I got this. Dark Watch, I had never seen. I never even watched a review of this. My God, this looks like a real hidden gem. So he said, oh yeah, Dean, you'll love Dark Watch. So he sent me this Dark Watch, all perfect condition, complete with a big-ass manual. Back when they had really nice manuals. God, I love these games. So cool. Now, I had the Godfather, Black Hand Edition, whatever the special editions on the 360, but I initially played it on the original Xbox, so he sent me the limited edition one. I think it comes with a DVD with Robert Duvall talking about how they made the game or whatever. It looks really cool. Comes with a nice slip cover. This had a really bad, hard-to-get-off sticker. Got it off. There you go, Jeremy. Rubber cement thinner, man, works wonders. This is another one I had for the PlayStation 2, and I got rid of it years ago. And it's got kind of mediocre reviews, but I love the Terminator. I gotta have it. Terminator Dawn of Fate, one of the nicest covers of any video game made. It's kind of the shimmering metallic got all the Terminator shit. It's got kind of an awkward camera movement in it. It takes a while to get used to it. Very good cutscenes though. All the authentic Terminator music and goodies in it. It's a great game. This one I had already had, but I saw it. I thought it was the Sega GT Online one or whatever, but which he's going to get me. I already had this, but it's a nice clean copy, so I can trade this in or give it to someone that wants it. The Sega GT 2002. You got to have it always. I love these old Sega games. I got to have them in my collection. ATV2. This is one he had. I'd never played it, but it looked really good. I said, I'll take that ATV game. That looks great, and especially on the Xbox. This is the only Rainbow Six game I don't have. I had all of them. I thought I had them all until I go, dude, what is that? Oh, he said, that's Rainbow Six Lockdown. I said, I'll take that one. So he sent me this, Rainbow Six Lockdown. Now I've got all the Rainbow Six games for the Xbox and the Xbox 360. Great Escape. This has got laughably bad reviews. I love the movie. I'm a sucker for Steve McQueen. It looks good. I don't care. I've got to have this game, and I've got to play it. Great Escape. I'm an old school 60s movie buff, and got to have this one. Black Hawk Down. This looks really good. I've seen really good reviews of this. It came out at a time where we were actually over there, kind of in that whole Somalia area, so it's kind of strange. I have mixed feelings about modern war games, especially when we're losing so many of our servicemen and women over there. But it looks like a great game anyway. I love military games, and it looks really good. Delta Force. This will be like a special forces deal, so it looks good. These last two are very special. This is a game that I cannot find. 3 years I've looked. 3 years. I have not seen this game locally. The Incredible Hulk, Ultimate Destruction. I wanted this. Now, there's a couple Hulk games. This is my favorite, the ones that I've seen. I've seen my nephews play this. I've never played it myself. I watched them play. It looks really good. Back in the day, I remember watching them play it on their PS2 or Xbox or something. It looks really good, really good. All complete. I'm so thrilled to have this in my collection. This looks like a great game. I could spend hours just playing this one Xbox game on my new modded Xbox. It's just so wonderful to be reunited with old games that you love, as well as having games that I wanted back in the day, and I just never got around to getting them. I never had a chance to play them. Now that I can. But the new gen is dying out, sadly. And the last one is a good one. This game I had back in the day. But he found, and they had a steel case on my Dibbles, but it was missing the slip cover, and it was badly faded. He found me the Doom 3. Really nice. This is limited collector's edition. It's got this shimmering metallic box with the slip cover. I love Doom 3. It's so good. I'm one of the few people that liked it when it first came out. I also have the BFG edition, which I bought day one, pre-ordered it for the Xbox 360, which has Doom 1 and 2 and all the expansion packs and everything, but for Doom 3. But this is a great game. Now, even though I have the better version of it for the 360, because I have such fond memories of playing it, this and The Godfather, even though I technically could really play the better versions on 360. The same thing with Need for Speed Most Wanted. I've got the 360 version, but I've got the special black edition of it as well. It's just nice to have these back in my collection where they belong. I can't tell you, Jeremy, how much I appreciate you helping me with this. This saved me. This would have cost me hundreds. All the games he sent me, I calculated last night, would have cost me between $300 and $400 at my Dimple stores. I got all of these for $100 with shipping. You know, and this is how I'm going to have to really be smart about this. And it's going to take me longer, and I'll have to wait and be patient. But even if it takes me the rest of the year, I'm going to slowly go through. He's already, last night we were communicating, he found me 5 really good games. Other games like Area 51 on the Xbox, I cannot find anymore. I had it on the PlayStation 2. I never should have got rid of it. He found me a copy last night, cheap, like $3 or something. It's like, dude, this is so good, so cool. So he's finding and he's setting them aside for me. And then as I have the money, a little bit each month, I'll say, look, I got $50 this month or $150 this month, whatever. Then he'll give me the games and ship them to me. And so at this rate, my collection will be done in a few months. I'm really excited. My list now is like radical, just a short list. That's all I have left. A short little list for the 360 and an equal short list of the same amount for the original Xbox, and that's it. I got maybe PlayStation 2, maybe another dozen games for that. PS3, maybe a few. In fact, he found me Starhawk for the PS3, $3 in perfect condition with the manual. So cheap. I never even see that game here anymore. I just don't see it. So California is a lot of collectors out here, a lot of people that are down there every day. So the games may be there, I just don't see them because I'm only going once a month, I don't know. But anyway, long-winded as it is, that's my collections video. Hope you enjoyed it. I got a lot. I've been planning on doing an Xbox 360 collection video. I showed my racing games, and as you can see, I'm adding more to that. He's finding me Race Pro, which I've always wanted, never had. He's also getting me the Indy 500 Evolution game, which I think that's the last of those games. Chance is sending me Ridge Racer Unbound for the PS3, another holy grail I cannot find. I used to see it everywhere. Now I don't see it at all. I said, dude, I'll take PS3, anything I can get. I got a perfect PS3. It's perfect. That's great. I love it. So I'm not going to be real picky at this point whether they're PS3 or Xbox 360s. I just want to have them in the collection. A couple of them, like Aliens versus Predator, if I can hold out for the better version, I'm going to try to. But I'll make sure someone else gets the other one that needs it. You know, that's the beauty of it. So anyway, that's hope you enjoyed it, guys. That's my new collection pickups video. That's a lot of games, and I'm going to have a lot more coming in the future. I'm really ramping up. I'm making a hard push this year to wrap up everything, and I'm going to get that Xbox 360 Star Wars Slim Special Edition, Xbox 360, and I'm going to be getting another PlayStation 3, either the regular Slim or a Super Slim this year. Hell or high water, that's what I'm doing. Instead of buying modern stuff, I'm going to try to get the PSVR if I can. The prices are dropping on that, but that'll be a secondary thing. First, I want to get this retro collection done. I urge you, now is the time. Pick out those 20 games you really want. At least get those while you still can. Thanks for watching, guys. Whatever they are, enjoy your games and your collecting. Take it easy.